Okay, so you find us just outside of Dry Canyon. We are now going to head into our second level, which is Cliff Town. So let's get to it. Going to do another 2 levels during this part, and that'll be Cliff Town and Ice Cavern. I do also notice that I've got a coffee that's going cold, so if I mute up randomly, that'll be why. But I'll try to down that coffee during a dragon speech. Anyway, Cliff Town. Spyro goes really high there. It's such a weird entrance. This is another level where just want to charge through them. Where there's quite a lot of secrets that, as a kid, I could never figure out. Again, it's nice to see all this desert backdrop, right? This sort of sand clouds. Okay. Oops. Okay. Yeah, so she'll, that lady will sort of charge her offspring at you. You just want to charge into them. Flame the cauldrons and you get a gem. If you're missing any gems, it might be through these cook pots. So just make sure that you do flame them. And that might be what you're missing. That goes for future levels of this as well. You'll know whether you've flamed them if the flame appears underneath. So, yeah, just something to keep in mind. There's a lot of rooftops that we can't quite access yet. This is always pretty fun. And there is another thief in this level, believe it or not. Yeah. Yep. Normally I actually chase them the other way, so it's a bit weird for me. I think it should be possible to do counterclockwise though. You know what, I'm going to do it clockwise. Make sure to get that as well. There we go. Sorry about the mess up earlier, but we got it in the end. Okay, dragon time. That means coffee time.
How's a dragon supposed to flame metal armor anyway?
Remember, Spyro, flame won't work on metal, but charging with your horns, that should do the trick.
I do like how each of these dragons sort of do give you a reminder. Also noticed some gems I missed there. They do give you a reminder of tips that you've sort of been told earlier. Like, say if you hadn't done Dark Hollow, you might have missed a dragon that sort of tells you about charging into the armored enemies. So again, it's just neat how we space out each of these tutorial dragons. Again, as we go on, a lot more of the dragons will be less helpful. It just sort of be thank you for releasing me, but this. Once we get up to the top, there is actually a little whirlwind that will appear that will take you to the top. So yeah, sometimes shortcuts can be activated in levels based on where you've gotten to in the level. So something that I think Ratchet & Clank does pretty well, actually. Sort of giving you ways to get back to the end or the beginning of a level at any one time. So again, you can sort of see all these chests on the... this is another metal chest that we can't unlock. We need to blast off a firework for that. That's the first example of that mechanic that we'll be seeing. There you go. music, fantastic. Yeah, Stuart Copeland did a really good job. I think this dragon is what activates a whirlwind. Could be wrong, but could be right.
Hey, what's on the other side of that river?
Why don't you glide there and find out?
So, yeah, for some reason as a kid, I never thought that I could get over to the other side of the river. And I don't know why. It seems fairly obvious, right? But, yeah. It just wasn't. Yeah, so that's one of those fireworks that I was on about. As you can see, blows up that crate. So that will allow us to get those gems. Just smash this as well. And as I say, here's the shortcut. Maybe we actually want to drop down there. And yeah, let's go see what's on the other side of that river. So I don't know whether any of you guys who may be watching had a similar thing where it's like just a game that you played where there's like an area you could see but never access for whatever reason. There's a lot of vultures here. Sometimes they don't activate or charge at you. So just be on your sort of on the lookout because yeah, as you can see, it might also surprise you. Let's get Sparks up to full health as well. There we go. I've been remaining blue, dabba-dee dabba-da. Yeah, so I remember Crash 2 had a few of those, like the Road to Ruin level. If you're familiar with Crash 2. And yeah, there's like a portion of the level you access through, I think, digging it. Now, this dragon, I think, activates another whirlwind that'll allow you to get up here.
You've reached the highest point in Clifftown. You can get to almost anywhere from here. If I were you, I'd use that whirlwind over there.
There you go. So the dragons. Yeah, never really. You always think. Sorry, I went to go into first person mode. Yeah, I guess this is the highest point in Clifftown, right? Okay. I don't accidentally roll off the edge, but yeah, essentially what we can do is we can glide down, get some treasure, and just head on back, get some more treasure that we missed, and then just do our glides from here. Nice. Nice. I think is that everything here? I think so. Okay, sweet. But don't worry, folks. I do know where there's a little more treasure for those curious. Oh, not there though. So if we do a glide and get behind here, and this leads to our second 25 gem. There you go. And that's 400 of 400. So level complete. Let's exit. Yeah, so really nifty feature actually. I can just exit the level without going through a portal. And I guess it makes sense, right? So what is the portal for? As I say, in the Artisan's world, you do need to go through a portal to unlock the boss. There are a few other worlds where you do need to go through, well, one other world where you need to go through a portal. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Anyway, Ice Caverns. Never used to like this level as a kid. Don't know why. I think it's dark, foreboding, but I think over time it's become one of my favourites. Lots of secrets, and we'll start by showing off a secret that took me until like a couple of years ago to find out. So remember correctly. Just want to do a glide down here. This gets you to 3 lives, and again, pretty much takes you to the end of the level. So what we'll do is we'll make our way back. There is something that I do want to pick up as well. I'll probably grab the treasure, ignore the dragons, and then we'll go through the level sort of normally, so to speak. But yeah, as you can see, we're at the end portal. So yeah, never knew about, well, never knew how to, just going to ignore that treasure for now. Never knew how to get to those lives. There's always stuff that I saw, but yeah, there's that key as well that we need to grab. Yep, rid of you. Again, we'll probably do a full treasure haul on our way back. Let's go get rid of that guy. Now, one of the dragons later on will tell you how to get rid of these guys, but as you can see, he's big, so you can't charge him. He's metal, so you can't flame him. So the trick is to charge and knock him off. Yep. That's the full health. Again, that'll be the advice of one of the dragons. So come on to that soon enough. Yep. Again, it looks like I'm doing this in a very random order. That's because I never really planned out the route after doing that. Normally what I do is I get those 3 lives and then I just sort of restart by just gliding off, but sort of wondering to see whether maybe we can do a 0 death run. Probably not possible for me. We'll see how far we can go without any losing any lives. any lives. Okay. This treasure. I'm just sort of being a bit more wary with charging, just so I don't accidentally charge off into a hole. Which again can happen. Don't be ashamed if it does. Yep. Rid of you. I think we're getting to near the start of the level. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, so this is where we started. Did I miss a bloody gem there? Oh, I think that's actually another portion of the level. Okay. So let's pretend we never got those lives. Let's go through the level and grab everything that I missed on my way back. Starting this little dragon with 3 gems surrounding it. So nice view. Okay. Hold it.
Word of caution, little one. Wait until you grow big, like me, before charging those large enemies.
Okay. Again, just more of that advice of flame the big enemies, charge the small enemies. If you find that you can't do any of those, it's probably a gimmick to the enemy. Just keep that in mind. Alright, so we've got that key. So let's go unlock that chest. You will know actually earlier there were some lampposts that I charged into. Those had gems on top, so charge into them and knock the gems off. Right. I thought there were actually more of those lampposts, but no. So yeah, it's these ones in particular that I was on about, so just charge into them. Okay, let's see what Todor has to say. Todor.
Spyro, some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor. An And in the ice cave, armor can make their feet very slippery.
Oh, yeah, that's your advice for sort of dealing with those armor knocks. Yeah, your first one will be rare. Try not to charge into the center. Yeah, so there's quite a few dragons in this level actually. I think there's 5 of them. I think I do sort of like about Spyro 1 is 100 or...
Thank you for releasing me.
That's another shot. Yeah, so one thing I do like about Spyro 1 is that each of the levels sort of has an uneven amount of gems to collect and uneven amount of dragons, whereas like Spyro 2 gets a lot more, for want of a better term, regimented, I guess. Even Spyro 3 as well. In that every level in Spyro 2 has 400 gems regardless. Find it there later. I think this one's Asher. Thank you for releasing me.
Thanks for freeing me, Spyro. And now, where was I?
Okay, so Asher, believe it or not, used to be my favourite dragon in Spyro 1 because when you released him, you go, thank you for releasing me. I think we changed the dialogue up a bit, which is fair enough, right? So what I'm doing with these big Norks is just before I'm charging into him, I'm just doing a little jump. Just because, whoa. They are sort of slamming down, so just sort of to avoid that attack. There you go. Nice. Let me get more of those lamps as well. Gonna get rid of these enemies first, especially the sort of more mobile ones. You can see that test across there was trying to throw snowballs at me. Still trying to throw snowballs at me. I mean, fair enough, it's his job, but yeah, much rather he didn't. Okay. There you go. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Let's get that gem. And all being well, should be the last one. Awesome. Ragnar.
You've done well, Spyro. Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
So that's one of those things where it's like going on about, you know, Spyro's just not fussed about his destiny. Anyway, let's go through the portal and we'll catch you on the next part, which will be a boss level and a flight level. So catch you then. Cheers.